loves, it's Belinda Selene, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys what my nighttime routine looks like, and I will be sharing with you guys how I set the mood and unwind for the night in partnership with Glade. So let's begin around the time that I am done with work. This is when I'm done editing, answering back emails, or just working on whatever project I'm working. And usually I'll get a phone call from Ricardo and he tells me that he is on his way home. So that is when I head on over to the kitchen and I will either cook something or I will warm up our leftovers. And tonight we are going to have leftovers. Yesterday I made tinga de pollo and it was so delicious, so I'm just going to warm that up and prepare all the things that go along with it. Just preparing Ricardo's tostadas here, and he does not like onions. Let me know if anybody else struggles with the same thing about their husbands not eating onions. So I have to literally pick them off when I'm serving his food, and I don't mind doing it. I just make sure that I slice big slices of onion when I'm making food, and then I can easily just pick it out. This is Ricardo's plate and he likes traditional tostadas, and I have been substituting the tostadas for Roman lettuce and it tastes so good. It actually is super crispy and it's very satisfying, so I don't feel like I'm missing the tostadas, and I just feel like afterwards it's a lot lighter of a meal than it is if I was eating the tostada, and I love it. I highly recommend for you guys to try it out. And we'll have that with a side of frijoles, and I've been making my own beans and I came up with a pretty good recipe, which I'm glad, because I used to cook a lot of canned beans and I'm like, no more, I'm going to be making my own, and they taste so good. So afterwards we'll go ahead and sit down, have dinner together, and I love this time because Ricardo and I really get to talk to one another, and he tells me like about his day and what's been happening and just catching up on what we're doing, and it's my favorite time of the evening, just like being next to him and talking to him. Once we are done eating, we will go ahead and tidy up the kitchen. Ricardo's an accountant and sometimes he does have some work that he has to do at home after he gets home from work, so he's off doing that, and I'm going to clean the kitchen so that later on we could both be free and we can snuggle up on the couch and watch our favorite show. So for right now, I'm just going to clean the kitchen and put away all the things that we used. Something that I've been doing now since the temperature has dropped and it's chilly outside is once I am done cleaning the dishes, I will go ahead and light a candle. I want to be able to just unwind and set the mood for a cozy night. This is what I like to call my me time, and this is the time that I take and I bring either a gratitude journal, a planner, or a to-do list, or some kind of notebook onto the dining room table, and I will sit down and reflect on the things that I want to work on. So if there's like a new recipe that I want to try out, I'll write it in my recipe book, or if there's a new project that I want to do. I want this to be a peaceful time for me in my nighttime routine, and what really helps set the mood are these great scented candles. Glade just released their limited edition fragrances, and this is one of my favorites for fall. It's called Cozy Cider Sipping, and you can smell the nutmeg, the apples, and the cinnamon throughout the candle. This fragrance reminds me of times when Ricardo and I were dating and we would go to the apple orchard. We would go on the tractor in the hayride wagon and pick apples, and then we would warm up with apple cider and apple donuts from the shop. I really like that they came out with 3-wood candles, which are really perfect to fill up the room a lot quicker with scent, and it creates more of a beautiful light effect. It just brings back so many wonderful memories, and that's why I love these. This fragrance also comes in the Glade plugins scented oils, and I currently have one in our home office. It helps me relax and concentrate on my work throughout the day, which is really nice. And the great part about these is that they have a dial on top so you can adjust how much scent you want to be released. So if you guys haven't picked up your Glade limited edition fall fragrances, make sure to check them out. I will have a link for you guys in the description box below so you can get your hands on them. Now I'm going to head on upstairs and get a little bit more comfortable and taking off my jewelry, taking off my earrings, my rings, my bracelet, and sometimes my necklace, just depending if I want to switch it up. And I'll get into some comfortable pajamas. And for some reason, I cannot sleep in pants pajamas. So I wear a lot of short pajamas even during the winter time. It just makes me feel more comfortable. And I'll head on to the bathroom and start my skincare routine. Since I do have sensitive skin, I like to do an intense skincare routine about every other day just because my skin cannot take it every single day. And I like to incorporate about 4 to 5 different products. And then every other day, I will just do a cleanser and a moisturizer. And especially on days that I'm really tired and I just don't have the time to do a full skincare routine. But I always make sure to take off my makeup no matter what, no matter how tired I am. So I'm going to start with a cleanser. And I like to do something that's light and mild and that's going to take off my makeup. Today I just had powder foundation on. On days when I do have a liquid foundation on is when I will use a makeup wipe remover, but that wasn't necessary for today. And then once I am done with that, I will go ahead and pat my face dry, and I will do either a mask or I will do some kind of exfoliant on my face just to keep it nice and clean, and especially because I do have really dry skin around my nose and my mouth. And I have a very oily T-zone, which is like down the ridge of my nose, my forehead, and then also my cheeks, which is a very rare combination. I have oily to combination skin, so I'll go ahead and use the exfoliate pads, and they work really well. This exfoliator gives you a tingling feeling, which is normal, but like I said, my skin is really sensitive, so afterwards I'll go ahead and quickly just rinse it off once I'm done exfoliating, pat my face dry, and then I will continue with a toner. And this just pretty much evens out all of your skin tone. I'll be more than happy to share with you guys like all the benefits of each product and which ones I use and which ones have worked for me. If you guys want a video on that, let me know because I'll be more than happy to do so. Especially after a certain age, you really have to take care of your skin. So I'll go ahead and let that dry, let my skin absorb that, and then I'll move on to a night serum. The night serum is a little bit more thick, so I will only apply it to certain areas on my face where I need it the most. And then I always take the leftover that's on my hand and rub it on the back of my hand, and that way it keeps everything kind of even, at least in my mind, because you're also taking care of your hands at the same time. And then I'll just go in with a moisturizer once I'm done, and once again I only apply this to certain areas. Otherwise, it could be too much for my skin and I will start to break out. So I just am very careful with where I apply each product and where it's going to give me the most benefit. And then I'll make sure to take off my contacts and put on my glasses, and that is one of the best feelings. It gives my eyes a good rest, and I'll head on over downstairs. Lately at night, I want to cozy up with a warm drink, and usually when I drink tea, I like to add some kind of creamer or honey or sugar or anything to it, but lately I've actually been enjoying it just with water, like nothing else. It just tastes so natural to me and so good, and I feel like it totally just soothes me. So I'll turn on the fireplace and snuggle on the couch, and Ricardo usually joins me, but right now he is downstairs working in his office, and so I'm just gonna wait for him upstairs, and I'll cuddle with Ginger for right now, but we will watch like one of our favorite shows. Let me know of any that you guys recommend, because we just got done watching a series and we're looking for something new. And that is all for my nighttime routine. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And a huge thank you to Glade for sponsoring today's video. It is honestly one of the most exciting partnerships I have ever done. And I can't wait to share with you guys all of their new fragrances because they honestly just make my heart so happy. I'll talk to you guys next time. Muchos besos. Mwah.